Hello friends! Welcome back to my channel. So guys, I've had a few more days to kind of think this story through. And somebody asked me to tell it the other day and I got just as upset. So realistically, I don't think there's ever going to be a time when I go to tell this story and I'm not going to be affected. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to let you know. So here we go. The first story time video on my channel. And this story is how I was banned from Universal Studios in Florida. Oh God. Alright, so for those of you asking, is it real? Read it and weep, babies. Right there. Your girl with an Orlando Police Department trespass warning. Yep. Here she is. My fucking copy. I guess I should preface the story with what on earth I was doing down in Orlando, Florida. There is a thing called, correct me if I'm wrong, Halloween Horror Nights. Well, my family decided this year that we wanted to go to that because we're all a bunch of Halloween lovers. So we had passes that allowed us to go multiple times. So we went on a Friday night. I flew down Friday morning, went there Friday night, went into a few haunted houses. No big deal. We did decide to save the really big and popular haunted houses for that Sunday evening. Sunday evening rolls around. We go into two haunted houses at first. Yay, they were they're pretty good. But I was jazzed. I was pumped. I was ready. For Halloween, there was a haunted house called Halloween, and there was a haunted house called Stranger Things. Your girl was lit. She was jazzed. She was jived. She was ready to go. The story starts when we decide to go into line for Halloween. This is one that I was most excited for. I love the Halloween franchise. So we're walking down this path to get into line for this haunted house. My sister's in front. She's, leading the way. We're walking right behind my sister, but yet this woman cuts us off. Us being my sister's boyfriend, myself, and my mother. This lady cuts us off. Her and her child. They're playing Pokemon Go. You cut people off in the middle of your Pokemon Go game. But whatever. We'll just go around you. So that's what we did. So this part of the story I'm not 100% sure about. It's all hearsay because I did not get to see it. However, my sister's boyfriend said that whenever he went to go around this woman that cut him off, cut all of us off from my sister, when he went around her, she hit him in the leg or somewhere and was just basically excuse you. Basically blaming my sister's boyfriend for going around her when in reality she cut us all off. The woman is still playing Pokemon Go. It's my mom and I behind her. My sister and her boyfriend are in front of them. And so anyway, I just asked nicely. I'm excuse me, the rest of my party is up there. Can we get around you to meet with them? No problem. We go around this person. So that was the excitement. We're in line. No problem, right? Whatever. We had probably been in line for about an hour. So we reach a corner in this line and there is an employee of Universal Studios standing in the line. I think nothing of it. Whatever. I'm on my phone. I'm doing my thing. Not paying attention. Girl, I want to call her a girl because if I had to guess, she's probably maybe 18, 19, maybe 20 years old. Talking a lot with my hands. I do that whenever I'm really passionate or nervous or whatever. So I'm going to try to hold my hands down because I realize that's annoying. But anyway, so this girl was standing in line and she strikes up a conversation with my mom. The conversation has to do with people literally jumping in line. She was explaining ways that people were kind of cutting line, jumping in line in front of people, making the lines way longer. Just that horrible shit that teenagers do. Or really anybody, I guess, if you're an asshole. Her and my mom had this full-blown conversation. She would look at me every once in a while and I'd be yeah, whatever. Because I was just not really in a whole chatty mood. I'd been standing in line for an hour. Just wanted to go through the haunted house. That's all I wanted. That's all my mindset was on. So I was not super chatty. We were in line for probably another 25 minutes, half hour. My heart hurts. It's beating so fast right now. I could literally see the entrance to Halloween. It was right there. We're standing in line. I'm getting pumped. Mentally prepared for the greatest thing ever. When out of nowhere comes a hefty man in a highlighter yellow security t-shirt. And this man says to us, so I was told you guys jumped in line. So our immediate reaction is, are you talking to us? Hi, hello? Are you talking to us? The gentleman says, yes, he is talking to us. So we kind of retort with like a, what the f-? What do you mean we jumped in line? What do you mean we cut in line? We did not. And the gentleman was not very kind. He said, listen, you were caught cutting in line. Your options are to get the hell out of line or to get out of the park. Totally. So his aggressive attitude led to our aggressive attitude. I want to say there were maybe 2 other security guards. You know, of course, we're just like, what the hell are you talking about? We did not jump in line. We did not cut anybody in line. And, you know, our resistance against this man provided resistance and aggression towards us in line. It went from get out of line to get out of line now, or we will literally take you out of line and we will escort you out of the park. So because they were aggressive and yelling at us, I became aggressive and started yelling back. But granted, I yelled things of the nature, who said that I cut in line? And they showed me who said I cut in line. It was that my mom had a conversation with. Are you joking me? Are you f***ing joking me? This girl, Mary was her f***ing name. So they pointed out that it was Mary that said that we cut in line. The girl that my mom had a full-blown conversation with about people cutting in line. And my mouth says, I say, I want her drug tested. She is clearly hallucinating. Like they're going to do that right then and there. So of course the security is going to take the word of the employee of the park. Even though the employee was so wrong, so obscenely incorrect. Didn't matter. We didn't have a f***ing chance. So, you know, we're just like, so then we start screaming at this Mary bitch. Like, what the f*** are you talking about? We just had a full-blown conversation with him. I don't know if we came off threatening or whatever. And a police officer has joined the fun at this point. And this police officer comes running up to us. And not only is he in literal, you know, like literal police officer uniform, mother is wearing a bulletproof vest. I get it. You know, you gotta be prepared. I get it. It essentially turns into a screaming match between us versus the security guards and a police officer. Somebody mentions it, I don't know if it was myself or my mom or, you know, anybody else in the party, but somebody mentioned something about like, we want to talk to customer service. The police officer says, you can go there. You can go and dispute this altercation with them if you choose. Well, we're already being kicked out of line. Why not? I jump in and I'm like, okay, sir, you're being so helpful. How about you take us to customer service? Is that something you can provide to us since you're here screaming in our face when we did nothing wrong? You care to take me to customer service? The kind police officer obliges. So this police officer and the security guards that are with him escort us to what we were told would be customer service. And they are behind us, legitimately screaming, make room! Get out of the way! Make a path! We're coming through! Who the f*** is coming through? Because I'm getting out of the way. I am terrified. The caravan of forced humans to move out of the way was for us. Us hardened criminals. Jesus said part and we walked through. So we finally arrived to what we think originally is the customer service area. When we arrive, they tell us we cannot film. My sister's filming the whole thing. Her boyfriend's filming the whole thing. My mom is filming the whole thing. Like, so we show up and we immediately know this is not customer service. We were taken to the police, like, detainee area. of Universal Studios. If you get arrested in the park for whatever reason, you are pulled back to this area. So we all sit down at a table with a lovely and so personable gal named Christina. Christina probably had the personality that of a stick. She really felt for what we were going through. So we tell Christina our story. You could tell immediately she could give one less of a of what we had to say. So we tell her our story, and she, like I said, could care less. And my sister starts to kind of, not name drop, but kind of like throw out important things, important people. And I'm not going to go into detail of what my sister's job entails because that's her business and I'm not about to spread it across the internet. She deals with very, what is called high-end people. Her relationship with Universal Studios is that of not many others, and it's very high profile. She's letting these people know that that she's involved with these kind of with this kind of business and exactly what she does, and she's explaining this to them. And I do truly believe, really do, that this Christina did believe us. She believed my sister, because my sister kind of explained the entire story. I really think that she did believe my sister when she said we didn't do anything. And my sister explained her job and kind of, her dealings with Universal Studios and kind of just the idiocracy behind what would be if we actually did this. Then she asks for our identification. I immediately knew it was very suspect that they were asking us for our ID. So I thought to ask, for what reason do you need our IDs? And Christina says, well, so I know who I'm addressing. Now, my bitch ass should have responded with, hi, I'm Morgan. Nice to meet you. But I didn't. For some reason, I was being compliant. So I handed her my ID along with my sister and her boyfriend. My mother did not hand her ID over. She is the only smart bitch in this situation. So I immediately picked up on the fact that they weren't just looking at our IDs. They were running us for police warrants. They were running our names. They were, anything. Whatever they do at a traffic stop, they're doing to us right now. So I knew that. I picked up on it and I was like, God bless it. Something's gonna happen. They had our IDs for a while. And I don't know if it was my mom or my sister one. Somebody's just basically like, what are we doing here? Why do you still have our IDs? What are you guys doing? We want to go. Like, you guys clearly are not listening to what we have to say. You guys still think we're in the wrong. Nobody's answering our questions truthfully. We want to go. When they finally did respond to us, they said, okay, well, we're going to hand you some papers so you can write your statement. And then, you guys can go. Well, my mom is like, is anybody actually going to read our statement? Are we still being kicked out of the park? Are we still being forced to leave? And they said yes. The family gets riled up again. I'm sitting at the end of the table. If you don't know me personally, guys, for the most part, I am a very friendly human being. But when I feel disrespected, when I feel as if I'm being taken advantage of, I become the biggest bitch. I am a shit. I will with you in ways that you do not even realize. So I'm sitting at the end of the table and I'm just like, you know what? We're going to have to move in here because they're taking their sweet fucking time. They're not in a hurry to help us. They don't care. So I prop my bitch ass up. Like this. You can't see my legs, but they're out. They're propped up. An officer comes over and says, Miss, please take your feet off of our chairs. So I oblige and I say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, officer. They're filling out our paperwork. They're taking their sweet time. We know what they're doing. People are getting heated again. Questions are being thrown out. No one's answering us. So me sitting at the end of the table, not getting any attention. I raise my hand because your girl has questions. So I have my hand raised and they call on me. Yes, miss, Are there cameras in line? Because I've yet to get a clear answer. Are there cameras watching the lines of these attractions? They avoided that question. I still have no idea to this day. Are there cameras in line? I would assume yes. I would assume every aspect of those theme parks are watched via camera. Like, that just seems nuts to me that they wouldn't. But I never got a 100% yes, there are cameras in line. My sister picked up on what I was doing. She totally got that I was just over there being a total twat, total wasting their time because they were wasting my time. She starts screaming at the police officer, and essentially, you know, words are screamed back to us, and finally we are handed our trespass paperwork. I don't even know where mine went. I literally threw it. I don't know where it is, but I was handed that pink piece of paper saying I cannot go back. I cannot go back to Universal Studios or any other attraction owned by Universal Studios, whether it's called that or not. I cannot go back until 10/14 of 2019 at 11:08 p.m. And if I am seen on property, I am to be arrested immediately. Now, I don't know if it's been made very clear during this video that I did not do anything wrong. Those of you who know me might be laughing this entire time, being like, bitch, this is shit that you get into. This is you. And you're not wrong. I do get myself into sticky situations a lot. It's just my luck. But I did nothing wrong. For once in my life, I did nothing wrong. I abided by the rules. I stayed in line. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't cause a scene. I did nothing wrong. And I still got kicked out. I still got a pink trespass warrant that says if they see my face, I will be arrested. So, to make this very long story short, to add in a few pieces that maybe I left out. When we were accused of cutting in line, not a soul stood up for us. Not a soul said, they've been in line this entire time, they're telling you the truth, they didn't jump in line, they've been in front of us, they've been behind us, they've been whatever this entire time. The people that were directly behind us was that woman and her child playing Pokemon Go. And we have thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, kind of like, you know, the events that went down. And we really do think that that woman mentioned something to that girl saying that we cut in line because we all went around her after she cut us off playing Pokemon Go. I don't know that for a fact. That is a total, like, guess. We don't know, but it just doesn't make sense. This whole story is so fucked up. It makes no sense. And that is the only sense that we can make of it, is maybe that woman, like, just lied just to get back at us. And if that is the case, she did. So that's it. That's the story. And I'm sticking to it. I legitimately did nothing wrong. And I have a warrant out for my arrest if I enter Universal Studios in Florida, or any of the properties that are owned by them. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this storytime video. It's definitely not of the norm for my channel, but so many people were asking me, what happened? How did this happen? Only this would happen to you. And I would respond, ain't that the truth? I'm sorry that I spend the majority of my time screaming and slamming and just making it very uncomfortable to listen to, especially if you're wearing headphones. I am so sorry, but it's just, I'm still, like, just so emotional about it. Like, I'm still so angry about the whole thing that it's just kind of how the story comes out. It's very authentic. I mean, obviously, like, I'm still this emotional. It's still this raw. Like, thank you so much for tuning into this one, guys. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I'm so glad that so many of you had requested this video, because I know that's going to be that many people who would like to watch it, so I'm making it for a reason. So thank you so much. Something else that I wanted to mention that's completely, like, off subject from this video is I just want to thank all of my new subscribers that have showed up onto my channel, whether I have reached out to you first or you've reached out to me. Like, just thank you, because this entire situation, it just felt like such a misogynistic issue where a group of predominantly females were, for lack of a better term, attacked by a group of males. all in authority, all had way more power than we did, and they shoved it in our faces. And it is such a disgusting thing to think about. Like, we just live in such a misogynistic society, and it just pisses me off because I know I'm a badass bitch. I am someone who will always stick up for myself. I will stick up for my family and what is right, and that's just that. And I just want to sincerely thank the women, even the men who have subscribed to my channel. There aren't many, but there have been a few. I just want to thank you for just being there and just supporting those of us females, but just people in general, because we don't have that anymore. For some reason, that is such a far-fetched idea nowadays, and I just want to thank you for all being such badass bitches, for out here doing your thing, what you are passionate about, what you love, because that is amazing, and I love you for that. And I will sit here and I will applaud your. So whether I know you personally, whether we are just friends here on YouTube or any other social media, just know I am proud of you, I support you, and I will be there for you 1000%. So if you are somebody who feels the exact same way, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, comment down to me. If you have a channel, let me know so I can go and support you, because that's what we need in this world. We need badass bitches supporting badass bitches so we can keep this ball rolling. I am there for it. I am here for you. Let's do it. I didn't expect that tangent to happen, but damn, she came out claws bearing. Thanks so much for tuning into this one, guys. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me get my story out and telling my side, the correct side. Another thing that I thought would be super interesting, because this is kind of bringing up some issue. This is kind of like bringing up a little bit of my past, and I'm not super open about my past. I don't really dive into my personal life very much. So something that I thought would be super interesting for those of you who actually are interested is, once I hit 500 subscribers on this channel, I will do a Q&A where you guys can get to know me a little bit more. Maybe answer a few like more personal questions so you can kind of get to know the real me, even though I do project the real me here on my channel. I just think it'd be super fun to, you know, really get to know me. So that's something to maybe look forward to if you aren't subscribed, and if you'd be interested in something like that, definitely hit that subscribe button so we can get a little bit closer to my goal. I'm not super far away, but your girl's still got a ways to go. So if that's something you would like, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell right next to that so you get notified every single time that I upload, because trust me, you want to be here for more of this shit. Thanks again so much to all those badass bitches out there watching this video, and to those of you who just randomly found me, hi. Welcome. You are loved here and you are appreciated here. Thanks again one last time, guys. I literally cannot say it enough, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.